Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, so the other video was this card, the Emperor card. Um, this is the embodiment of the divine masculine, distorted, reverse, right? So these two particular cards, and yes, it's two. These two particular cards. First one is the High Priestess card. Take a good look at that. And the second card, my finger, the second card is the Empress card, right? So together, this is my theory, right? Okay. So these two cards together, in my opinion, embody the Empress, the divine feminine energy. So I'm just gonna hold them up here. Okay. So this is my thought process. Follow me here. The divine feminine is represented in this world, in this universe, holistically, of course, right? Because the divine masculine is only one card, right? But as the masculine force kind of comes into the earth, represented by another card, but nonetheless, as the masculine energy kind of interacts with women, two things can occur. Two things naturally occur within all women, but I guess for some women more than others, as a result of masculine presence in their life and in the world. The high priestess energy, right? So this is an activation of intuitive abilities. Women that are connected to oracle traditions, women that are connected to divination, women that have a heightened sense of awareness spiritually, women that can read the stars, women that are born even under some particular star signs, or conjunctions in their astrological chart. Okay, so these are the women that are holder of the mysteries, in kind of the beginning of universal, the ability of man, of humans to really connect spiritually, started with the goddess tradition. And so this is what this embodies, right? The ability to foretell events before they occur that help in the humanity, right? So that's what that is, in my opinion, right? So in the second movement, the second kind of expression of women's energy on earth as it relates to men, the Empress energy, right? So this is literally the embodiment of women, or feminine energy on earth, as represented by fertility, the ability to reproduce, the bonds between men and women that occur. Also, if you notice within the card, the connection to nature. So women have a really, really strong connection to nature, right? Obviously, represented in universal powers, right? Celestial powers, right? The connection that women have as by the menstrual cycle, and how that coordinates with the lunar cycle. So that's celestial principle. Earthly principle, however, is a little different. This is about, herbalism. Women were the first, kind of herbalists amongst, humanity on earth. The first collectors, the original collectors of, foods that, are all around us in nature, right? So these were the original women that knew about the knowledge of seeds, right? That's the origin of civilization. So that's what this card embodies, right? And so collectively together, oh, my glare for my light. Collectively together, right? The movement of of the influence of the masculine force on earth. This is what the divine feminine force looks like in the universe and on earth, right? So what happens when these energies, similar to the masculine energies, what happens when these energies become distorted and they go into reverse? Or I guess maybe one could be in reverse or vice versa. I guess that could definitely happen. But kind of following from there, and I'm still formulating this because it's, you know, from this point forward, I feel it's a reflection of me. And so I'm using that to kind of help guide the conversation. I would like to think that we all, as humans, when we give our perceptions, our theories, our thoughts on things, literally it's all a projection, naturally, of our experiences. However, I'd like to think that my experiences coupled with sincere reflection, obviously for the past few years, right? Sincere reflection, meditation on things, research, and the study of history can kind of inform your thoughts, so that it's not so much as a projection, but it can really be useful to not only yourself but to other people, right? So what I would say about the distorted feminine energy: when women have a natural spiritual connection or an intuitive ability, oftentimes because of the desire for power or greed, competition in particular, women will take those gifts and use them in the inverse, right? They'll use them to manipulate men, to control and dominate men. Oftentimes you see a lot of love spells in this kind of energy. And oftentimes, most always, it always comes back to a balance, right? A restoration of things. But I would definitely say that there's an influence that comes naturally from a distorted masculine energy that can oftentimes influence a woman's energy, especially a woman's energy where she's spiritually in tune and connected. That can be influenced to go in an inverted kind of direction. The creation that women naturally have on earth, the things that women can birth forward, can be divinely inspired, or they can be influenced by distorted energies, right? And then we call those karmic situations, karmic relationships. You know, it's rude and I dare not even really say it, but kind of karmic children, karmic, the result of just really karmic situations, right? Because women are in a distorted energy. This often relates to how women see themselves when they're overly identified with kind of being lost in not having a firm grasp on who they are as women and their femininity, will usually always resort in a distorted energy, regardless if a woman is spiritually tapped in and tuned in or not. That can definitely resort in distorted energy. The challenges that result from love situations can result in a woman being in a distorted energy, definitely. How a woman sees herself as a result of these situations can be caused by a woman being in a distorted energy as a woman. It could definitely result in a woman ended up in a more distorted place, in a distorted feminine energy. Let's see. Like I said, I'm still formulating and developing my thoughts and theory on this so far. I definitely think I'll be back for a part 2 as I continue to kind of think through this kind of energy and everything. What I will say, as you know, I didn't go into it with the distorted masculine. You know, maybe I will do this as part of the part 3, but it's so complicated. You know, I think that the other force, you know, the swords, the wands, the cups, um, they all represent really, really, really important parts of looking at the situation of how does a man or a woman become distorted in their energy, right? So oftentimes the thoughts, I think I did that on my first video. The thoughts, it's literally the same thing for a woman. The thoughts that a woman carries, the will that can be misguided, misdirected, based off of bad perceptions of herself or misinformation, misalignment, distorted emotions, especially in regards to how she sees herself, her relationships with her family, her significant loved ones. All of that can be reflection of a woman carrying distorted energy just as much as a man. I think that it's important in relationships that women look at if they are carrying a distorted energy within themselves. It's really important to acknowledge that in regards to relationships, not only with men and with other people, but with yourself, most importantly. So far, that is all I have. But I will be back with more because I'm hot on the trail with this situation, this evolving theory I have going with the tarot. So, thank you so much for your time and attention. I welcome your comments and your feedback. Thank you. Have a blessed day.